All good?
Yep.
Shall we go through then? The patch?
Okay. So, the entire system is clocked from the Volca Beat. Currently,
Yep.
just doing a kick drum.
That's going through.
That's going through a timeline. Currently, they're both going at the same tempo, 120 beats per minute. Often this will go at half the tempo of this, depending on how it's set up. Then it would go, we have another layer on the Volca keys.
You might want to turn down the volume overall so we can hear you better.
Okay. So if we turn this on, no, that's not it. So we often would build something with this.
So that's the Volca keys doing.
That's the Volca keys, just doing an ostinato.
Get a little closer.
Often simple patterns just with a couple of different notes.
Record it. Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, and then that goes to the quad clock distributor, which actually what drives the entire system. The most important thing is the Turing machine. The Turing machine is the master pattern generator. It drives everything from the pulses module here. This drives the sequencer and also drives the ultra random analog and drives the 149 Doppler source of uncertainty clone. Alright, so these various triggers, besides driving the sequences, drive various percussion elements, like the Mr. On, or elements, currently doing striking stuff, or blowing stuff. Oh, I don't know about blowing stuff at the moment. I don't know if he's being happy at the moment or not. You got to get the settings right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Trigger them by hand or?
I can trigger it by hand. I don't normally. So, the actual clock, or this subdivide of the clock, is determined by the pressure point sequencer. So different things will go slow. This will be slow, and this will be fast. This will be in the middle. So this is being clocked forward by this pulse here when the 2 and the 4 are ANDed. And also we have a direction control here which is continually being turned around backwards by the digital output of the Doppler. So this is making the sequencer go backwards and forwards. Okay, let's look at some other systems that are running. We've got the telharmonic producing chords. 2 different chords with the H and the P output. This being shaped by the math and the what's it called? LXD, the dual low pass gate, and then it goes into the return of Rosie. Now, the bass comes from the STO, and if I turn it up here, it's going through an Optomix. We've got different pitches. Let's see, where is it coming from? It's coming from the bottom one. Yes, this. So the bottom level of the pressure points is playing different bass notes. A G, high G, G, D, G, D, G, G. Oh, it's a D. Oh, it's no, low G, higher G. So that generates the bass, the STO going through an Optimix. We've got a little bit of modulation of the shape coming from one of the functions acting as an LFO. Okay, so what else have we got? We've got, I'll turn the bass off. In fact, I'm going to turn all of these off so we don't hear so much stuff. Turn off the tail harmonic. Now, in the percussion elements, we've got a ring modulated, this is actually from one of the channels of the math here, ring modulated by something else. What is this? I've forgotten. Oh, by the DPO channel sine wave. Mm-hmm. So that makes a clangy sort of sound. Sometimes they change the attack. Just have to wait for it. It only comes in occasionally. So that's that sound. Then we've got kind of a percussion-y sound, a drummy sound. It'll only come in occasionally.
Source?
This is actually coming from, where is it coming from? I've forgotten. Oh, no, it's coming from, it can't be coming from the STO. Oh, it's coming from here. It's an oscillator of some description. Oh, it's coming from the channel A of the DPO.
Yep, that's the DPO. Right?
Yep. Okay. And then what we also have, also from the DPO, is we've got the timbre output, the final output, coming in through an Optimix being struck. Now, the actual pitch of that, which also is used for a couple of other things, comes from the Renee. This is also tuned to that G, A, C, D, E flat, F scale, which everything's tuned to. That way we can either work in a G Dorian mode or we can work in a G Mixolydian mode, depending if you have a B natural or a B flat. Okay, so we've got these little percussive elements coming from there. This particular Optimix is a bit, no, actually this particular RAV folder is a bit leaky, so it never quite goes away. Alright, now we've got this sound here, which is noise from the telharmonic going into the fixed filter bank here, which is going through the RX-MX, which is being modulated by the random distribution in the stored random voltages, slightly biased towards the lower end. So obviously the sound here is being struck by the RX-MX, and it's going straight to an auxiliary. Oh no, it's not, it's going straight in. Okay, have we missed anything? We've got the bass. We've got the DPO. We've got the percussion. We got the ring modulator sound. We've got elements. We've got Mysteron. And it merrily plays different rhythms at different note rates, speeding up and slowing down as it will. We'll turn on the tel harmonic. Mentioned the number 32. The mother 32 is running a sequence with those same notes, the G, A, C, D, E flat, F, and it's in step mode, running randomly. I can turn these on and off. So I can play around with that. And when I remember what is what, I can control it. Obviously, I can change various things. So I often play around with these, the attack and decay. Interestingly, it's going through a Terra echo. Without it, it sounds like this. With it, you get those kind of resonant sweeps. Now, another interesting thing is what we're hearing here is a combination of the DPO. The square wave out of the DPO is coming in here, so we're mixing it. So that's a DPO, and because the DPO is being clocked by Renee, we're getting different notes coming through there. And all this way, we've just got the Moog sequencer playing. So we have a combination of both, which are being modulated. The mix is being modulated by the LFO. So you get sometimes the Moog, sometimes the DPO. So that way you get random sequences that are never quite repeating, but they are always within the same basic tonality, the G, A, C, D, E flat, F scale.
Anything to say to future Michael watching this, if you want?
In the future Michael watching this, no, just trying to remember it. In the next setup, we're going to be using what's it called? The A-toner. We're going to be using Wogglebug. We're going to be using Noise Ring, mainly as signal generators. If you look at it, the basic, this bottom layer is the control logic. This middle layer is essentially generators, and the top layer is mainly a mixer with some generators. So that is that.
Great.